been rooting very deep in the archive for you, digging about in the archive, and I've come up with this. When I say digging up with the archive, by the way, what I really mean is that I've been desperately trying to tidy up my studio and trying to find space to put other stuff in it, and failing, and pulling out old stuff and going, oh my god, I've still got that. This one, Hip Hop Connection magazine, HHC, June 1989, number 5, £1. £1 in the days when stuff cost £1. Remember those days? No, you mostly probably don't. Let's have a look what we got inside. Well, let's have a look at the cover first. So, Cutmaster Swift, remember this guy? Amazing DJ. Used to endlessly win competitions back in that. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. He's probably doing the same thing. Big Daddy Kane, 45 King, Lakim Shabazz, MC Einstein, Roxanne Shanty. These names probably mean nothing to you if you are under 30 years old. Maybe. I really hope they do, but they might not. To anybody over that age, you're probably getting all excited now. So let's have a dig in. HHC. So to explain about HHC, Hip Hop Connection was the magazine that we used to get back in the day to catch up with all things hip hop, and mostly we got it for this sort of stuff, because every so often you'd catch some graph. This is from the Brillianton competition, the International Street Art competition, when it was still okay to call graffiti street art, in 1989. This is Risk from LA, this is Slick from LA, and they done this piece. It was absolutely brilliant. They were amazing. I think they won this year. Those of you who were there, I never got there. I never got there in the end, because I was working at this time. It was all work. I was grafting in those days, unfortunately. But anyway, enough of that. Amazing piece, so amazing. These guys were great together, and they're still going strong. Slick and Risk, amazing artists. But yeah, this is what this mag was all about. Every so often it would throw up some lovely piece of graph like that, and we were like, ooh, look at that, because you couldn't really get graph magazines at this point. I think the only one you could get was the TIGHT, no, the International Get Hit Times Phase 2's magazine. So this, not only was it a great kind of, just looking at this, MC Duke has a single scheduled for the end of June. The track could be Keep On Rocking. MC Duke, I used to love MC Duke. This magazine was the only way that we could really get a sort of solid idea of what was happening in the world of hip hop. God, it was so good. Look at this. What's all this? If anybody knows what this is, or who done it, let me know, because I can't tell. God, it's fantastic, isn't it? So you get loads and loads of write-up about all this sort of stuff. So DJ Mark, the 45 King, used to work with Queen Latifah a lot. I think we worked with a load of guys, a load of people, but I always remember him from working with Queen Latifah. Loved Queen Latifah. Does Queen Latifah still actually make music, or is she just an actor now? She did very well, didn't she? She did very well, there's no understatement. Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane. Often if you ask people of our generation who the best rappers of all time were, most people say Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, those sorts of people. Obviously, Schoolie D, you know. But again, the modern generation never even heard of those people. So, you know, they probably say Kendrick Lamar and Kanye and Jay-Z and everything. And they're all great, those guys. But these guys came before that. You know, they were before. I mean, look at Big Daddy Kane, his massive gold rope chain, and his full-on ingot ring and all that, you know. So cool. So cool. Smooth operator. I had to walk the streets of Hollywood Boulevard, and that's why I was never a rapper. Okay. These would be sort of, oh, hang on, what is this? What is this section? Fixing it. Strange requests, blah, blah, blah. Don't know. Anyway, you get lots of photos like this. Different people doing their thing. Is that just not? Oh, I thought it was London Posse for a minute. Hakim Shabazz. Features, you know, on people who didn't necessarily know about, and people that you did know about and you were big fans of. The classic Kangol. These hats were very big back then. Remember them in the 80s? People wearing them? Those of you who were around in those days? I remember them. 45 King again. I don't know if you can see that. Cash Money and Marvellous. I'll be honest, can't remember them. You often get that as well, guys who, I don't know how big they are actually, but you know, guys who didn't blow up or you know, anyway. Roxanne Shanty. Everybody will remember. Everybody who was around at this time will remember Roxanne. She was amazing. She was really cool. Marley Marl, her producer in 85. MC Shan, Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, she's great. So cool. Connections. This is where we used to get. So this is how it used to work pre-internet. For those of you who don't know. Those of you who do know, just stay with me. So what it was, you put your name in here and look, full addresses and all that. I could put them in, yeah, obviously none of these guys live here anymore, so I think it's fine to say. But you put what you were into and the fact you're obviously a hip hop lover, into graph or whatever, and you look to hook up with people. Not necessarily Tinder style, sometimes just to swap ideas, make music. Obviously, for graph heads, it was a really big one to do the fanzine thing, swap photos, all that. That's how a lot of us swap photos in them days, and magazines and stuff. Cut and scratch. I'm missing. Oh, this is Cutmaster Swift. That's what it is. Yeah. Got it. I was missing a trick there for a second. Look at this, same sort of stuff here. Rapogram, leave a love rap for your soulmate. Oh, in the old 0898s, do you remember these? They were the early precursors to massive rip-off phone lines, basically. It's just a great way of rinsing you out. Because can you see they don't actually, hang on, I record a course 25p per minute, which in them days was actually quite a lot of money. 38 other times. Yeah, that was a lot of dough in those days. It is recommended you obtain your parents' permission before dialing. In the small print. What's this? Singles coming out, albums coming out. Tough City Squad, MC Twist, Death Squad, Cool Mo D there. Just Ice. Wow, fantastic. Check this out. Who's this? I confess I have no idea who that is. Nobody I know. If anybody knows, pipe up. Same for that one, don't know. Hip Hop Connection readers sound off. Oh yeah, so this is letters page. So this was brilliant. This is always amazing. And it was normally just beef. That's what it was. It was loads and loads of beef. Again, pre-internet days, somebody needed to sort of throw down loads of beef somewhere. And this was it. Hip Hop Connection, HHC letters page was always a great laugh to see who was chucking shade about. What's this? Copenhagen scene. Copenhagen. Oh, let me get me geography. Copenhagen, Denmark, right? I really hope it's Denmark because yes, Danish. Thank God. Right, okay. Bit graph there, bit Flavor Flav there. I've got at Copenhagen's almost credible shops. Don't know what that means, but loads of old info. I mean, everything in here will be. I mean, all these people will be a million years old, like me and the rest of the old school now. Danish Graffiti Art. Here we go. Graffiti first. It says a tiny bit of a picture down here. Zenith. So this was what HHC was about for those of us who are writers as well. Obviously, we loved a bit of, you know, hip hop and all that, but this is what we were really after. We were after the pages in the back here because you couldn't get a decent graffiti magazine yet. It was the days before Graphitism, before Flashbacks, even before, I think Hype magazine was probably about to launch around this time in Australia. And these were the big graffiti magazines of the day, you know. Bomber magazine in Germany, Tough Stuff, there was another one. If anybody can think of any more, like major ones from that time. But the rest was just sort of zines, you know. That's the best you could get. And so suddenly it was like full colour pages, only 2 normally, and the odd bit, but this is where we could get it, in HHC. Nice little bit of something there. Close up Willer's Flavor Flav piece. Oh yeah, that's the Flavor Flav piece again. Romance. One of Denmark's best known graffiti artists. Oh, he's got a nice style, hasn't he? I like that. Lovely, lovely New Yorky style. I mean, that's so New Yorky, that, isn't it? Flop. I like that as well. The classic Howard the Duck on the end. Yeah, and a bit of MC Einstein on the back there, with a bit of graph in the background. So yeah, HHC. This is HHC. If you want to see some more of these, turns out I've got a whole bunch of them down there, from about number 2 into the 20s. So if you want to see more, I will get them out for you and flip through them, because it is like a walk through memory lane. I mean, some of the names inside, I just can't remember them. I mean, you know, and feel free to comment and go, you're a numpty, because this guy really blew up and was massive. So feel free to do it, because memory ain't what it used to be. But some of them, I mean, all these guys got big. All of them. You know, I remember all of them. Still love Big Daddy Kane today. I think Roxanne Shanty is now a doctor in New York of some kind. She's got a doctorate. Bit of random trivia. But anyway, HHC number 5. These are quite valuable, I think. I think they sell for quite a lot of money now as well. Not that I'd ever bother to flog them, I don't think. But unless somebody desperately wanted to buy them. But yeah, they're just a sort of piece of history, really. Piece of UK stroke world hip hop history, because it all seems so sort of dated and naive now. I kind of love it for that, you know. I love it for the fact it's so dated and naive. Everything's very knowing now. Everybody's very media savvy. Everybody's very sort of switched on. You know, the design's so 80s, isn't it? So 80s in its design. These, you know, all that. I mean, you just never design anything like that now. Anyway, there you go, mate. Hip Hop Connection, 1989, June 89, number 5.